Hey guys, Mark here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become poor in 2025. This is the fullest, new, up-to-date strategy that you can follow step by step so you can finally become poor like you've always wanted, all right? The first thing that you're going to want to do is to seek comfort. This is one of the most important pillars of becoming poor. You want to think of the comfort zone as your home. You never want to escape there because anything outside of your comfort zone is danger, and danger is scary. You never want to grow. You always want to stay exactly where you are because that is really how you become the person that you really want to be. You just always stay within your comfort zone and you never leave. You never experience the unknown. Step number 2 is never take risks. You have to understand that in order to really become poor, you should never take any risks. Risks are scary. They have the feeling of the unknown. And ultimately, why would you ever subject yourself to a risk? What is really the point? Don't you want to stay safe? Like, that's the whole point of survival, is to stay safe, to stay in your place of comfort. Why would you ever step outside, step into the cavern, into the unknown, when this is all that you know? This is where you want to be for your entire life. You never really want to take risks because nobody that ever did anything great took risks, clearly. They always just stayed within their comfort zone. They just kept doing the same thing, living the same day, the same week, the same month over and over and over again. They never changed. And that is super, super important if you want to become broke. Number 3, always save your money and never invest it. You have to understand that those people that are super, super wealthy, the millionaires, the billionaires, they never invested their money. They saved their way to riches. That's how all successful people end up becoming millionaires, is they just save. They just keep putting money in their bank account, letting it sit there, forget about inflation, forget about all the other assets that you can invest in like real estate, crypto. Those are all just risks. We don't want to put our money in a vehicle that's risky. That's the worst thing you could possibly do if you want to become broke. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you want to hoard all of your money because money is extremely scarce. Do you understand that? Like, it's really hard to make money. Therefore, why would you go out, spending it or investing it in something that could potentially make you more money? It's a terrible idea. Next on the list, we have surround yourself with losers. As you know, you're an average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So for me, if I want to become broke, I want to surround myself with a bunch of fucking losers. People that are not doing better than me. People that are, staying at home. They're not making any real money. They're not pushing themselves to be a better person. Those are the people that I want to be surrounded with. If you're really serious about staying at the same level, then what you really have to do is surround yourself with people that have no intention of becoming a better human being. They just love being in the same spot, never challenging themselves, never challenging the way that they think, just all sitting around playing video games, talking about bullshit. That is what you want to do. That's how you want to really be spending your time. Next, don't be consistent. Being consistent is one of the worst things that you can possibly do. And I'll tell you why. Being consistent is really, really hard. It's so much better for you to have these random spurts of greatness, right? Because that's how real legends are made. That's how people that are really successful, they are never consistent. If you want to have an amazing physique, you don't go to the gym, consistently every single day. No, that's never what you would do. You want to go, maybe once or twice a week for a month and then just fuck off for 3 months in a row. That's really how you win, is you just don't be consistent. Have these little spurts where you're kind of like a winner and then go right back to your comfort zone because you didn't see the immediate gratification, the instant gratification of seeing the results, and go right back in your comfort zone where you belong. Next, don't be a man of your word. This is what's called integrity, right? You want to have a low say to do ratio, meaning whatever you say you're going to do, say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to work on myself, and then just never do it. That is the textbook step-by-step method if you want to become broke. And that's exactly what you should follow because that's the new meta. Anytime you say that you're going to do something, just don't do it. Forget about it. Your word means nothing at the end of the day. It's just words, right? It doesn't really mean anything. So don't be a man of your word. Next up, have you ever heard that saying, work hard, play hard? Well, what you want to do is work soft and play hard. Just totally neglect the work hard aspect because that's hard, that's challenging. You have to take risks. Nobody wants that, right? You want to work soft and play hard. So just half-ass all of your work, never really give your all. And then after you do that half-ass work, you want to go and fuck off. You want to go party, you want to go drink, you want to go do drugs. You want to just fuck off and throw your life away. That is exactly what you want at the end of the day if you want to become broke. And if you're not serious about this, then this isn't for you. Nobody said this was going to be easy. You don't want to be the work hard, play hard kind of guy. You want to be the work soft, play hard kind of guy. Next up on the list, we have never take ownership for your life and blame everything around you. At the end of the day, you're in the situation that you are because of everything around you. It has nothing to do with you. It's nothing personal. It's not because of the way you think. It's not because of your habits. It's not because of your energy or your friends. It's because of the media. It's because of the government. It's because of the country that you live in. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Look at all these things outside of your control that are just forcing you into this box of mediocrity. It's not your fault, okay? So just spend the majority of your time complaining, because ultimately nothing is within your control. You know, you are the way that you are because of everything around you, and it has nothing to do with you. Next up on the list, we have neglect your health. Health is not wealth, okay? That's a myth spread by the elites in order to try to control you. Going to the gym, taking care of your health and exercising, it does nothing for your brain, it does nothing for your body, and it definitely does nothing for your bank account. And so the best thing that you can possibly do is just neglect it. You don't need to go to the gym. Just take all the money that you have and spend it on, you know, the worst fast food that you can possibly think of. All the seed oils, all the fried foods, all the terrible foods for your health. That's what you really want to be eating. Because if you really want to have this life, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Fuck health, fuck exercising, fuck the fact that you may die 20 years before you actually should have died. Neglect your health. That's the way that you really want to do it. Next up on the list is never better yourself. You have to understand that you're already perfect. You're perfect the way that you are. I mean, look at you. You're perfect. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no way that you could possibly be better in any way. There's no way that you could be making more money. There's no way that you could be in better shape. There's no way that you could have better relationships. You're perfect the way that you are, and you do not need to change. In fact, you shouldn't want to change at all, because everything about you is already perfect. I mean, you were created as the most perfect individual to ever walk the face of the earth. Why would you ever want to better yourself? You're already a 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with you. Just stay the way that you are. Next, care deeply about people's opinions. You have to understand that your internal self-worth should be dictated by what other people think of you. That is the key. That's the key that nobody really wants to tell you. If you really want to be successful, you have to take all the opinions of the people that are less successful than you and internalize them. Understand that they are exactly right about you. Every projection that they have on you, it's exactly right. Every opinion that they have on you, also exactly right. And so what you want to do is look at people that are in a worse position than you and let them give you advice. Because if you really care about people's opinions, then you know you're getting the best quality information, right? That's really how you get ahead. Next up on the list, don't believe in yourself. I mean, this one is pretty straightforward. If you believe in yourself, that's some, personal growth, personal development bullshit. At the end of the day, you shouldn't believe in yourself because you haven't done anything in the first place. And so if you want to keep it that way, continue to not believe in yourself. Even if you have this delusional self-belief, like these affirmations, this visualization, just like being obsessed with success, it's all propaganda. None of it is actually real. None of it actually works. What you need to do is remove all your self-worth and stop believing in yourself. Okay, that is the way. That is the really key secret sauce that you need to internalize. Self-belief and self-worth means absolutely nothing. Okay, so don't believe in yourself. Next up on the list, we have smoke weed, play video games, and eat like shit. Any way that you can possibly just let go and just have all these temptations, you want to succumb to all your temptations. I mean, they're there for a reason, right? You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to your mind. That little voice in your brain that's tempting you to do these things, that's actually God. And you need to listen to that, okay? If you're listening to that voice in your head that's tempting you to do drugs or to drink when you shouldn't, that's actually the voice of truth. And you need to listen to that voice 10 times out of 10. If you do that, then I promise you are on the fast track to finally becoming broke like you've always wanted to. Next up on the list, never think for yourself. Like I said earlier, all the opinions of other people, those are really how you should be thinking. You never want to detach yourself. You're not a real individual. You're not unique. It's not like your DNA is completely unique and you had a 1 in 300 trillion chance of actually being born in the unique way that you were. That's all myth. That's all lie. Once again, all propaganda. You never want to think for yourself, because if you do, that's when it becomes really dangerous. You want to stay the exact same. You never want to think for yourself and only apply the thoughts from other people around you, like the people that are watching the news, like politicians, like media, parents. That's really who you should be thinking for. You don't want to think for yourself. Use everybody's opinions around you to shape your thoughts and never have an ounce of individuality. Next up on the list, take advice from people who are not where you want to be. That's how you really know you're getting the highest quality information as humanly possible. If you look at the people around you and they're rich and they're giving you advice, don't listen to them. That's the last piece of advice that you'd ever want to listen to. You want to listen to the people that are not where you want to be. Because if you do that, once again, you're getting all these different viewpoints. And that's super powerful, because then you know you're getting the highest quality information. It's like going to Wikipedia back in the early days when anybody could go and edit the information on there. So you know you're getting the highest quality information as humanly possible. You want to take advice from people that have no idea what they're talking about. That's how you really know you're getting good information. Next, snooze your alarm. When you hear that alarm go off in the morning and you just feel that sense of existential dread that is just keeping you from getting you out of bed, and you just hover your finger over your phone to snooze the alarm, just hit it. Just snooze it. What is an extra 5 minutes going to do to you? An extra 10 minutes, an extra 30 minutes, extra few hours. In fact, you should be one of those people that has like 30 alarms set. You don't want to be the type of person that gets up and attacks the day, that wakes up with an ounce of positivity. No. You do not want to do that. That's a trap. Snooze that shit. Next up on the list, fill your brain with poison. The more poison, the better. What I mean by poison is, for example, mainstream media and the news. You want to study the news like it's your fucking homework, okay? Study it. Never turn it off. Just keep it on in the background 24/7. So it's just subconsciously feeding you all of this super, super important information, all of which is super applicable to you and will have a very positive impact on your life. You want to continue to just fill your brain with this. Fill your brain with brain rot. Just continue to doom scroll on TikTok, on Instagram, and just get more and more consumption, more information, because that's how you really know you're moving in the right direction. You want to just fill your brain with more and more poison. Next up on the list, always try to fit in. You don't want to be the person that stands out in the crowd, because standing out is scary. You're going to be subject to all types of criticism. You're going to be subject to people looking at you kind of weird, looking at you funny. You're probably going to get some comments from your friends and your family. You need to fit in. You don't want to be different. You don't want to break the generational curse that you have in your family. You don't want to do any of that, okay? You want to fit in, because at the end of the day, it's survival. It's a survival mechanism, and it's there for a reason. Like evolutionarily, we have this mechanism inside of us that we should be accepted amongst the group. And if that means sacrificing your goals, sacrificing your ambition, so be it. It's so much more important for you to fit in than to actually accomplish any of your goals. I hope you understand that. This one's very, very important. You don't want to stand out. You don't want to be the weird guy, right? You want to fit in with your friends, fit in with your family, fit in with society, or else you're just going to be screwed. Next up on the list, always say yes. Anytime somebody's asking you to go out for some drinks, sacrifice time that you could be spending, work on your business or personal development, no, fuck all that. You want to say yes to everything that you possibly can. It's almost like the word no is not even in your vocabulary. The more that you say yes to all this completely unnecessary bullshit, the better. And finally, last but not least, overthink everything. You want to stay in this zone of analysis paralysis, because action is super overrated. What you want to do is spend all your time thinking and not acting. Because acting, it's scary. There's risks, there's the unknown. We don't want that. We want to continue to overthink and overthink and overthink. The more that you can overanalyze a situation completely unnecessarily, the better. Because whether you realize it or not, thinking is a skill. And you want to be almost like an ancient philosopher, and you just want to think about all your problems all day, every single day. Don't take any action. No, definitely don't do that. Just spend all your time thinking, overthinking, and overthinking. The more that you can overanalyze all the bullshit going on in your life, the better your life is going to be. I mean, it's just as simple as that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this super up-to-date step-by-step tutorial on how to be broke. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more information. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. People that I want to be surrounded with. Don't. You can never really have a... All right, let me start that one. You want to just fuck off and throw your life away. That is exactly what you want at the end of the day if you want to become broke. And if you're not serious, take advice from people who are not where you want to be. At the end of the day, if you really want to be that successful, the more that you can overanalyze all the bullshit going on in your life, the better your life is going to be. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Oh my goodness gracious.